guys, happy Sunday. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than the last few. I made the conscious decision to not film as much this week for a variety of reasons. One of them being I felt, and I still feel, that it's important every once in a while for me to not film so much and focus on the filming and focus more on how I'm feeling working out, how I'm doing with everything. I noticed that sometimes when I run and I'm trying to film, not always, but sometimes it messes up my pace. So I thought this week would be a good week to kind of recenter. There's not a lot of big things happening in terms of like my running goals and everything. There is something a little fun and exciting, and for me, like personally, that I'll get into in a little bit. But just a quick kind of recap. Sunday, I did do my strength workout. Monday, I believe Monday was a holiday. It was Indigenous Peoples Day, so spent the day relaxing at home. That was my yoga day, so I did focus on getting my yoga workout in and kind of being present in that moment. Tuesday, usually I am doing intervals Tuesday morning before I work a long day at the library. However, my husband and I have been having issues with our fire alarm. At this point in the week, it has been resolved, but initially it was going off kind of sporadically. We think it was a weird thing with like, if it got too cold, it was pulling too much power from the battery. I'm not 100%, that's what I think. But anyway, I skipped intervals on Tuesday. I ended up doing those Wednesday before work. So I got in my intervals. They were about the same as last week. So, not progress necessarily, but I also didn't see a big dip in performance. And given the fact that I hadn't been sleeping great, I'm okay with that. And then after I did intervals, I did get to go to Silk City, which, as I know I've shared, is my favorite coffee place ever. And they had the cutest little donuts. All of their donuts, I won't say all, but every donut I've ever seen there is vegan. It had these cute little like sprinkles, these little Halloween themed sprinkles. So I got a little donut and a coffee. And then of course after work, I went to my favorite brewery. I got a seasonal slushie. It was like a nice pumpkin spice kind of a thing. And then I went off and played Dungeons and Dragons. So since I did my intervals on Wednesday, that did mean that I missed out on my strength workout, but I decided I'd stockpile it for today because of reasons. So I'm stockpiling my strength workout. I did skip it. I did intervals on Wednesday, and then Thursday I stuck with my easy run. I ended up doing that after I clocked out of work for the day, and it was just a nice casual easy run. It's kind of what you wanted it to be, or what I want it to be. I tossed my phone in my pocket, didn't care about pace, and it was nice and casual and fun. And then Friday, I also skipped my yoga workout. I'm realizing right now how bad this sounds that I've skipped multiple things, but I have a reason for that. So I started October 19th, 2023, doing a habit tracker for myself, which I modeled after leveling up in Dungeons and Dragons, because what else am I going to do? I think after running and working out, D&D is probably the thing I've talked about the most on this channel. For those of you who don't know, there's a couple different components to building a character in D&D. And one of them is every time you complete something, you get experience points. And then every time you level up, you get more kind of like health points or HP. So I picked out habits for myself that I wanted to work on a day-to-day basis, and that habit tracker earns me health points. And then I have a different tracker for the bigger things that maybe I don't want to do every single day, or I can't do every single day because then I'd burn out. But things like, bigger workouts, spending time with more people, like hanging out a lot more, doing things that are good for my emotional and mental health, and then also doing things that are good for my brain health. So like strength, intelligence, charisma, those are all ability modifiers in D&D, and I've aligned some of the bigger things I want to do with those. So I've been using this system to track me doing the things that I want to do for, at this point, at the day of filming a whole year. It's October 19th, 2024, and this is the only habit tracking system that I have used consistently for this long, ever. So I decided to save up my strength workout from earlier in the week and my yoga workout from earlier in the week, and I'm doing them all today along with my long run. Long run and yoga is already done and dusted. Not that big of a deal. I did use my yoga kind of for part of a cool down, so multi-purpose, but it's really working for me. I'm doing my strength workout later today, as well as a couple other things to work out my emotional and mental health, as well as my brain health. I'll be working on some sewing projects. I'll be maybe journaling or video editing, something along those lines. Because my goal for today is, I've never done this before. It's been a whole year and I've never gotten every single thing. I'm always missing at least one or two, whether it's the big things or the little day-to-day things. I'm always missing a little something. So I decided that since it's been a year, today I'm getting all of them. So to get my charisma point, I'm getting my hair cut in a couple hours, not a couple hours. I'm getting my hair cut real soon. I have to leave in like 2 minutes. And then after my hair is done, I'm going to come home and take care of any other big and little things that I need to get done. So I'm actually going to sign off before this week's technically over. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Next week, I don't know if it's going to be a short video or a long video because I'm going on another trip at the end of the month. But I also am hitting my second goal. So my first one was 30 minutes of running consistently, and my second goal is running a 5K again. Ironically, it'll be almost 2 years to the day since the last time I ran a 5K. So, that will be next week's video. But so far, this week is just about me recentering into the habits that I want to keep. So thank you again so much for stopping by for the short little video update guy, and I will hopefully see you next week for my next goal. Bye.